Okay, members, you are welcome for this session. We want to welcome each and everyone who has managed to log in at this time. Every day at 8 a.m., we start our session for the day, and then we come back in the evening for a wrap-up. Yeah, but before we start, let us have an opening prayer, and then we shall be inviting our facilitator for today. Let me ask a member to give us an opening prayer. Anyone who is ready to give us an opening prayer, you can put up your hand, and then we can be able to have this started. Mr. Ongwen, are you able to hear to give us an opening prayer?
Let's pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for everything that you have set ahead of us. We thank you for all the participants who are present today and those who are yet to join us, Lord Heavenly Father. Lord our God, you are the mighty Father. You are the Father who knows each and everything that we are preparing and whatever that we are doing. My Father, we are here before you. We have come to submit ourselves to serve the nation and to serve our children for each and everything that we are going to discuss today, my Father. May you please fulfill and meet each and everything in the mighty name that I've prayed.
Amen. Thank you very much, Madam Ongwen, for that particular, for the prayer. Okay, so members, we started last week, and this training is organized by Edify Uganda. Edify Uganda is an organization that supports education, and mainly they look at improving and expanding Christ-centered education globally. They support schools, schools which are started by Christian owners, and they support them. So here in Uganda, the number of schools, over 1,000 schools that have already become partner schools. And I'm going to be sharing, we shall organize a special session to discuss more about how our schools also can be part of Edify, and also the Christian School Owners Association, which is the one which mobilizes the schools, and then Edify supports them. Yeah. I'm Rogers Mukaliwe, the National Coordinator for ICT Teachers Association of Uganda, which is also an association connecting the teachers of ICT and computer studies in all schools, from primary, secondary. Since 2017, this association has been doing trainings, and we're also glad that we became partners with Edify and all other organizations that we work with. Yeah, today on day 3 of the Edify e-learning training, we are having Mr. Emorut George, who is going to be our facilitator for today, and is going to take us through. And then after that, we are going to be supporting you throughout the day so that you can achieve the learning outcomes of the day and submit the assignment that we're having this morning. Then at 8, we shall be coming back to wrap up. Mr. Emorut, you are welcome.
Yes, please. I just want to confirm, Mr. Rogers, whether I'm clear enough.
Yes, you are clear.
Okay, thank you very much. So, good morning, members, and I want to thank you so much for choosing. I know it is a rainy day and the weather is not that good. Some people would want still to be coiling in their beds, but thank you so much for choosing to join this session. My name is George Emorut, and Mr. Rogers has already told you about me. I'm a teacher of ICT. That's why you see I am among this team that has been bringing these trainings. So I'm also a member of ITAU, the ICT Teachers Association of Uganda. Besides teaching ICT as a subject, I also have some other side hustles. things like this, training people, ICT skills, and then digital marketing, graphic design, multimedia production. So yeah, this world is a world of hustling. So that is my side hustle. So in case you may need maybe a service which is connected to those fields that I've talked about, please feel free to link up with me. My contacts are there, and then also my email is there. We can always talk business. So I want to welcome you once more to this session where we want to look at Google collaboration tools. I understand we have been working together right from our physical schools where we have been employed before COVID-19 came and made life very difficult, whereby we are no longer at the school premise. But if we try to reflect back that time when we are still at school physically, I'm sure you as teachers, you used to work together as a team. You used to work in departments, because in most of the schools I've worked, subjects are divided into departments. And of course, for a success of a subject, a department the department members need to work together. They need to work as a team. So this time round, we want to look at collaboration tools, online collaboration tools. What are those online collaboration tools which are so useful? Since now we are shifting from the other traditional way of delivering lessons to now a digital way of delivering lessons. So we should also have a mechanism. We should also have a mechanism whereby we can be in a position to work together. So right here, I have a few questions that I would want to ask participants. They will guide us as we are going through this session. Let's begin with, what is collaboration? Somebody can raise their hand up, and then the co-hosts should be able to unmute the person to let the person be able to speak. So what is collaboration? That is the number one question we want to understand, because we are talking about online collaboration. But what is this collaboration thing all about?
Okay, we have Joel.
Okay.
Good morning. Collaboration is working with the person to do some tasks.
Okay, though you are breaking. So is there another person with another version of the definition of collaboration?
Chris.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Collaboration is working together with another person, with another group of people in an organization, on a project, on an assignment, on anything to achieve that is set before you, to achieve an objective. You collaborate with, you work with, you interact with another group of people or a person on an assignment or any piece of work. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You have actually elucidated the word collaboration very well, and I believe members have rightly understood it. So collaboration is all about working together, together as a team, working with different people, but in order to achieve a common goal that could have been set before. So even at school, we have targets that we have been setting as a department, as a section, as a class, and those targets or those goals have been, it has been a responsibility of teachers to see to it that they become successful. But of course, for them to become successful, the people, the stakeholders in that department have to play a great role of working together. Are we together? So, have you ever worked as a team online? Because I believe you have worked as a team offline. That one, it has been happening because as teachers who have been working, preparing learning materials, maybe lesson plans, schemes of work, lesson notes, and so on. That one, I'm pretty sure you have been doing it practically. But then, have you ever worked as a team online also? If there is anyone who has ever worked as a team online, kindly share your experience, how you are doing it as a team.
Madam Akumu? Yes, Felicitas, your hand is up. Okay. Yes, Edgar.
Can go ahead and you can go ahead and tell us the tools that you also used.
One of them is Zoom. Then another one has been a school management system, mainly all about class teachers entering marks online, grading learners from their different locations while off school. Then still have done video conferencing with different tasks to the different groups.
Okay. So you didn't share.
We have also had a workshop via Google Classroom. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. That is there is another person?
Yes, Hillary.
Okay.
Yes, please. For us here, we have been able to do that majorly through Google Docs, where you can press on share, then you make the commenters, the viewers, and even the editors. That is how we have been majorly doing it.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Mr. Hillary. You have actually hinted on a very good one that is part of our session today. So during that particular session where we are going to do a demo on creating Google Docs and collaborating, you are going to work with me. So be ready to share your screen. So we shall do it together as a team. So I understand there are so many online collaboration tools. There's actually so many. Some are free, some are paid. However, for this particular training, I'm going to be taking you through one of the simplest and the very free online collaboration tool called Google Drive, which has got some other things that make it a very flexible tool for us as teachers to collaborate. So I present to you Google Drive as one of those tools that you as a teacher need to be making the best use of. So Google Drive, we all understand that Google Drive is also one of the free services which is offered by Google, simply because it offers you, it allows you to store files online, and you can be able to access those files anywhere you are using whichever device you have, so long as you have internet access. So Google Drive is also one of those services. You know, Google has got a variety of services, but then we are having Google Drive as one of them. And the only thing that you need for you to have what we call a Google Drive is just having a Google account, what most of us understand as a Gmail account. Once you have a Gmail account, then it's automatic that you already have a Google Drive. It's automatic that you have Google Classroom. It's automatic that you can create a YouTube channel. It's automatic that you can have Google Photos. So there are a variety of privileges that you as a teacher can get by just having a Google account. So today we are looking at Google Drive. We are saying it is a free service from Google that allows you to store files online and access them anywhere using the cloud. So as a digital teacher, as a teacher who should be in position to work with colleagues, you should also think of a platform that you can use to store your files, and that platform should be online in such a way that you can be able to create, you can be able to upload your files, you can be able to store files which are useful onto your online storage platform. So Google Drive is like your flash disk. It's like your external disk. But then the difference between Google Drive and the physical flash disk or the physical external hard drive is Google Drive is online. You store things in the cloud such that you can be able to access them using whichever device, whether you have a smartphone, whether you have a tablet, whether you have a computer, so long as you have internet access and you remember your username and the password of your Google account, then you should be in position to access your Google Drive. So we must be having this question lingering in our minds. Why should you use Google Drive as a teacher? As I told you, there are a variety of privileges, or there are a variety of reasons as to why you as a teacher needs to use Google Drive. So the number one reason as to why you can be in position to use Google Drive is, we have already said that you can be able to store files online. So Google Drive gives you a free storage online storage of around 15 GB. And in that online space, you can store different file formats. You can store images, you can store documents, you can store videos, audios, all of them, you can store them within your Google Drive. And the beauty is, in case you run out of the 15 GB, which is free, you can purchase a more additional space at very cheap rates. So we shall be looking at those rates later on. So that is the number one, a very good advantage of using Google Drive. Number two, Google Drive allows you to access your files on any device. So as we've said, you can store files online. So you should also be in a position to access them. So you can access them using a smartphone, a tablet, or a computer. Then number three, after storing those files online and after also making it sure that you can be able to access them, you can be able to share those files and folders with your colleagues. Let's assume you are working in a department. You can share a certain document, you can share a file, and then you guys work on that document from your different localities. So let's assume you are coming up with maybe a scheme of work. You are coming up with maybe lesson notes for your subject in a particular class. You can create a Google document and then you share it with your co-teachers, and then you work on it from your different localities. So those are the three main advantages that we get when we are having Google Drive. Number one, we can store our files online. Number two, we can be able to access them from different devices. Number three, we can be able to share those files and folders with our colleagues. So how do we access Google Drive? When you are using a computer, you can simply, there are two options. You can simply go to, of course, you will need to have a computer connected to the internet, and then you should be having an internet browser. And I highly recommend that you use an internet browser like Mozilla Firefox or Google Chrome. It works very well, and it is so easy for you to access Google Drive when you're using those two internet browsers, but you can also use others. So when you're using a computer, simply go to this address, www.drive.google.com. It will take you to a page where you'll have to log in, or in case you are not yet logged into your Google account. So if you're already logged into your Google account, trust me, it will take you straight to your Google Drive. Then the other alternative is once you are accessing any of the Google services, let's say Gmail, let's say Google Maps, let's say even just the Google homepage, you click on there is a box which has got like around 9 squares on it. When you click on that box, actually that box is called the apps launcher. It has the shortcuts to all the Google services which you are seeing right here. So when you click on that, all the Google services will open, and then you should be able to look for the Google Drive icon, which is right there. It looks triangular and it has color green and color yellow on it. So after accessing, actually, as you enter this address, it will take you to a login page, just in case you have not yet logged into your Google Drive. So the main activity that you'll have to do is to log in to your you log in with your Gmail username and password, and then you should be able to access your Google Drive. And Google Drive, this is the icon for Google Drive. So after logging in, this is the window that welcomes you to your Google Drive. These are some of the features that you will see. You will see somewhere where there's a button with the word new written on it. Of course, it is where you go. It's where you will go to create or upload files onto your Google Drive. And then there is a navigation pane having your drive shared with me, the recent files, and then Google Photos and shared, trash, and many more. And then at the bottom right, at the bottom left corner, you will see the current space that you have used on your Google Drive. So you'll see the remaining space, and you'll also see the space that you have used. Then right on top, at the center of your page, you will see a search bar. Google Drive is a very, very good tool. It makes life so easy. It makes it so easy for you to search for files within your Google Drive. The advantage is you can search files by their name, by their type, and even once you type there a keyword, it can be able to search for a file which has that word on its title, or even within the content which is inside that file. So let's assume we are having a document. Maybe a document is having ICT notes, and inside ICT notes we are having a word like, maybe we are having a word like mouse. So the moment you type there mouse and then you search, if that document is within your Google Drive, if it is uploaded within your Google Drive, then it is going to bring that document among the search results that you have searched. So Google Drive is really a very good tool. And then on the top right corner, we are having the settings and the display options. That is, of course, where you can always customize how you want your Google Drive to appear, the interface, how you want it to appear. And then there are these arrows that there is this icon where you can do the sorting. You can sort, you can always categorize how you want the information, the files and the folders which are displayed right on your Google Drive. And then, as we said, with Google Drive, we can be able to store files and the folders within it. So you can see I have, there are some icons there showing folders. So meaning you can create folders. You can even upload folders right from your local computer and you keep them there. And then you can also upload files, as you are seeing right there at the bottom of the screen. So that means when we are working with Google Drive, we can be able to work with files and folders. We can be able to upload single files. We can even upload folders from the local computer to our Google Drive. And when you upload those files, you can be able to organize them by putting them into folders or subfolders, such that you have a smart and very organized drive. Just like the way when you're using your local computer, you always want to keep files in different folders or in different subfolders, such that the computer is not just cluttered with a lot of content. And then the beauty is you can even be able to mark some files or folders as your favorites, such that you can easily or you can quickly access them. You can even give colors to some of the folders. You can customize the appearance of those folders. And then you can be able to delete or download files from the drive as you may need. So let's assume there is a certain file. It was maybe you had uploaded it on your Google Drive, so you worked on it with your team. You can be able to pull that file to your local computer, and then you can be able to use it for any other reason. So how do we go ahead to create folders when we are using Google Drive? So the number one option is by clicking New. So when you click on the word New, different options will appear. The very first one on top is folder, file upload, and then folder upload, and then the rest of the options come in. So the one we are interested in is folder. So you click on folder, and then it will ask you to give a folder a name. It will come with the default name, which is an untitled folder. So you erase that one, and then you type the name of the folder that you want, that folder, that particular folder that you are working with to be identified with. So that's how we create a folder. And then after creating a folder, you should be able to move files which were uploaded inside your Google Drive. You should be able to move them inside those folders. So, and when you are moving those files inside those, when you're moving those files into those folders, there are two options. The number one, you can just drag a file and then you drop it there. The number two option is you can simply right-click a file and then you go to the option which is saying move to. That option will allow you to move that file to a certain folder that you may need it to go to. So we shall be seeing that practically. And then once you have uploaded files into your Google Drive, the moment you right-click any file, a variety of options appear. And you can see this menu that is surrounded by red color. It has, those are the various options that come in at the moment you right-click a file. So there is number one, which is preview, which lets you to preview or to see what the details which are inside the file that you have right-clicked. And then you can be able to open, you can be able to share, you can be able to move that file between folders, you can be able to add a star, you can be able to rename. So all those are the different alternatives that you have in that you have when you write a file. So, and you can be actually you can be in position to give, after you giving unique, you can be able to see them on the right of these particular icons that you are seeing of these folders. There are a variety of folders, and I see a folder. There's one which is red, there's one which is blue. So those are the things that you can do when you're using Google Drive. But how do we change the folder color? So to change a folder color, you simply need to right-click a folder. After right-clicking a folder, you will see the other menu that will bring different colors that you could apply to the folder that you need. And then after uploading files onto our Google Drive, we can also be in position to download them back to our local computers. So you do that by simply right-clicking. You simply right-click a folder, or you simply you can right-click a folder, or you can right-click a file, and then you should be in position to download that particular thing that you call computer. And then downloading means you're going to save it to your local computer.
Hello, members. What Mr. Emrut is sharing there, I think he has dropped off a bit, but he had requested that we can also have that demo physically. Yeah, so let me share my screen here so that we can be able to look at a few things there, and then he's going to be coming back to wrap up with the presentation. Okay, so okay, maybe I'm going to have here, this is my browser. Mr. Morut.
Yes, please. Sorry,
You dropped off. Yeah, you dropped off a bit, so I decided to open the. Yeah, I decided to open this live so that we can just do some of this, then you'll wrap up with the presentation later on. Eh?
Okay, please. Okay, please. So
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can let me know what I can start with here.
Yeah, maybe let's maybe. Let us a folder. Let us create a folder.
Okay, so let me see which account. Let me switch to another account which has. Okay, let me use the same account. So members, this is an account. I have an account here. I have several folders here. This is my Google Drive account where I normally back up things here. But yeah, so to create a folder, let me see this one. My drive. So these are some of the folders which we are having here. So to create a folder, I say new, and then I say folder. Then here I can call it COHORT3. COHORT3 work. Okay, so created a folder called COHORT3 work. So you see, actually, Mr. Morut. Yeah, actually, members, you can see there is a folder we had for COHORT2. COHORT2 certificates, all of them, they were backed up here. And even new people, you will be getting certificates after this cohort. Yeah, so this is an example of a document which is inside my Google Drive. So this is a certificate that we gave in cohort 2. Yeah, but I've created a folder called COHORT3, which is this one. Yeah. Okay. So Mr. Morud, what is the first thing that I should do here?
Let us upload our.
Okay, so what upload the file?
Rogers?
Yes.
So let us upload a file to that particular folder.
Okay, so I'll click on
So shall go to new.
this new, and then I say file upload. Okay, so I'm going to upload here a certificate. Let me see which certificate I can upload. Any document. Let me upload this picture, and it has uploaded. So this is a file. It is a picture of Edify Zoom e-classes. So I've finished uploading that. So that is one. Maybe I can upload another one. Let me upload also a document. Let me just upload a document. There is this one, which is the presentation on creating slides. So that is creating slides. That is a PowerPoint presentation that we created. You can even upload the video. So yesterday we were looking at uploading a video using the PowerPoint. So let me upload the video using YouTube. Let me also upload a video here, also on Google Drive. So your file, if the file is heavy, so you need to look at your data, because ideally videos, as you would host them on YouTube, then on Google Drive you host there your important document, because your space on Google Drive is limited to 15 GB. So it is showing me here 15 GB. Out of 15 GB, I have used only 3.4 GB out of 15 GB which I have. So the videos, if they are, but you may be wanting, you may be having, maybe it is your videos for your which you need. You may also create a folder. And so, Mr. Morud, I've finished uploading those 3 documents.
Yes. Yeah. Now let us show members how we can share that folder. How we can share that folder with the other people. So we shall have to first go to my drive.
Okay.
And then we select that folder of cohort 3. And then we want to share it with maybe people that we want to work with. So we can add them, we can invite them, or we can just get a link that each of them will just click on, and then they'll be able to be part of the team that is working on the files which are inside that folder.
Okay. So here, when I click on share, it first brings me this part. It brings me at the top here, and then also at the bottom here. So at the bottom up, if I have specific people I want to invite, like Mr. Mold is saying, I could type here and I could type their emails here. I would type their emails. Mr. Mold, what is your email address?
Morut George.
Morut George at gmail.com. Mr. Morut.
Yes, please.
Do you have the Google Drive app on mobile, so that you also see if you can upload something in that folder using a mobile phone?
Yeah, I have it.
You want me to add you, Mr. Henry?
Yeah.
Which email address?
Henry Sechito.
Henry, double S, yeah?
Double S, double T.
Okay.
Add Godfrey.
Okay, Godfrey Mukisa at gmail.com. Okay, so yeah, I've added you there. So this folder is now shared among us, the three. We can collaborate. So I would want to see if there's any member who can be able to upload something and it drops here in addition. For mobile, maybe one of us could do, Mr. Share your screen and show them something about the mobile app.
Rogers.
Yes.
I think I need to be made a co-host such that I can be able to share my screen.
No, let me first enable sharing here. Root. Okay, I've made you a co-host. I'm making you a co-host. Okay, let me just enable the sharing. You can share. I think it's. Let me share. Stop this. Try to share your screen now. You should be able to share your screen.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Mr. Godfrey, you are the host. You can make Mr. Morutu's phone the co-host.
Okay.
Yeah, I think members, you are seeing my screen now. Yeah, so I can also look for the Google Drive app, which I have already installed on my computer or on my phone. So it means if you are using a smartphone, for you to work with Google Drive very well, actually not only Google Drive, most of these Google services, you need an individual app for that particular service. If it is YouTube, you need a YouTube app. In this particular case, I'm having a Google Drive app here already installed. If you don't have it, you'll have to go to your Google Play Store, then you download it and you install it. So I will open it. And then I'll go to, it takes me to my Google Drive. And you can see these are the different folders that I created, and I have content inside. I even have files here. You can see there are different file formats. So in this particular case, I want to look for the folder that was shared with me, the one Mr. Rogers shared with me. So I will come to this icon of shared. And then you can see all the files that are coming down here after this folder COHORT3 work. All these are files which were shared with me by different people. Okay, so let me go to the other folder that Rogers shared with me. So I'll open it. And then already these are the files which members have uploaded. Rogers uploaded some of them. Now let me also upload something inside that same folder. So I will come and tap on this plus icon, which is at the top right corner, which is just on top of the word file, the files icon. I'll tap on it, and then I will need to upload. I click on upload, and then I am going to upload this one. And there it is. So it is still, I need to let Google Drive to be able to access my data. So just a minute.
George,
Yes.
I think there's a settings in settings in Google Drive. There's settings when you go to Google Drive.
Okay, let me just check it up here.
Look for settings in Google Drive. Down.
I think he has to activate that thing of uploading on Wi-Fi to data.
Yes, under settings.
Yes, yes.
Then I go back to this folder and I see.
Have you showed the members how you have done it?
Basically, I came to the three dots, the three lines, and then I came to settings. And then I want Google Drive to be able to use my data. So data usage transfer files only over the Wi-Fi. It was on, okay? But now I had to turn it off such that I can be able to use the data that I have on my smartphone to be able to use it to upload files. So I will go back to cohort 3. Let me just undo it and then let me try to upload it again. So I come to this plus, upload, and then I select it. You can see it is now showing that it is uploading, and there it is. This is the file that I have just uploaded. So you realize that, members, we are adding content within this folder, and it is not only about adding, but we can be able actually to work on a document. We can be able to open a document and then we type content inside that document. For example, there is a document Mr. Mukisa uploaded here. I can be able to open that document. However, when you are using a smartphone, you will need another app called Google Docs. You will have to install it on your smartphone such that you can be able to edit Google Documents. So once I open that document, I can be able to edit by clicking here, and then I can be able to say, welcome to, and that same document, other members can be able to work on it also at this very particular time. So welcome to cohort 3, e-learning teacher training. So I am the one typing, but I think you have seen already Mr. Mukisa is also somewhere. He's also working on the same document. He is helping me to format it. So for me, let me go to the next line and I will say, during this training, teachers are taught how to conduct lessons online. I don't know, members, whether you are seeing that something is taking place. Somebody is editing, somebody is modifying the appearance of the content that is being created here. So there's another person who has joined, and once another person joins, Google Drive will notify you that you will see a certain color. You can see Edify Uganda. There's someone using that account called Edify Uganda. And then me, I'm the one typing these black small letters. Somebody else is working on the welcome to cohort 3. That is Mukisa Godfrey. And then another person, Edify Uganda, is right there. So members, I think you are seeing that things are really so nice and interesting, and you can realize that we are doing this without us being together. Rogers is somewhere else, Mr. Mukisa is also somewhere else, I am also somewhere else, but work is moving on. So these are some of the things we can do. Even we can apply these skills in our lesson preparation. We can be able to create teaching and learning material together as a team, irrespective of our physical location. So COVID-19 should not become an obstacle to learning. Work has to continue just
George,
by us embracing the use of these different technologies. Yes,
George,
please.
this document, I didn't upload it, I created it. So you can share with them how we can create some documents in the Google Drive. I think.
Okay. So
Maybe,
this,
maybe, Mr. Mkisa, Mr. George.
yes, please.
Because of time, the Google Docs creating and that we shall handle that more in the evening. For now, let us just look at how to share the link, the Google Drive folder link to Google Classroom. Let us actually you show the assignment, then we need to tell them how they will get that link. Then in the evening when we come back, we can dive more into the Google Docs. But for now, just let us just remain on Google Drive.
Okay, let me share the assignment. So our assignment is right somewhere here. We are going to continue, and I've also provided a variety of reference materials, videos, and reading materials that we can use for us to understand more about this Google Drive and the collaboration. So the assignment says log into your Google Drive. Of course, you'll use your username and the password. Then you'll log into your Google Drive and then create a folder, just like the way we created one. Upload a presentation and video you created on day 1 and day 2. By now, I believe you should be having those 2 items: the presentation you created on day 1 and then the video you created on day 2. And then after uploading those files to that folder, right-click, you are going to change the Drive folder access permission to everyone with the link. And then you copy that Drive link, you copy it and you submit it via the Google Classroom. So we basically need the link. So maybe Rogers, we need to show.
Okay, yeah, let me first show that using a computer, and then we shall be winding up. Okay. So members, are you seeing my screen?
Yes, we can see.
Yeah, we are seeing it.
Okay. Okay, so this is our folder where we have created, we have uploaded different things, and also even Henry has uploaded, and we also created a doc. We shall be looking more about the docs later. So we can decide to share. Now, when I go at the top here, there's these things of share. Oh, let me just go back to my drive. So if I right click on the folder, there is an option of share and there's an option of get link. So if I click on this part of get link, last time I clicked on share, if I click on get link, it is going to bring me here. It is going to show me the people whom we added, but we can also, you see here, there is something having the word restricted. So this link, if we share it, if I copy this link, it's only these people here who will access this, be able to open. The rest of the people, Google Drive will be telling them to ask for permission to access. But we don't want it to be like that. We want this to be accessible by maybe, for example, we have put there notes for our children or our students, and we want them to access. So we come here and we change it to this option here of anyone with link. Anyone with link. So we need to do that. Mr. Morotamo, I'm going to request you also, you are going to try to do it on phone as we wrap up. So you'll select this, anyone with link, and then you'll be able to, it will say updating. Yeah, so anyone with the link, so there is anyone with the link can view anyone with link. So it will update, and then this link here is what we are going to copy, and it's what we are going to submit through our Google Classroom. Yeah, so when the facilitator opens that for a link of yours, it is going to open, and you'll be able to see the things that are there in your that you have submitted accordingly. So let me try to show. You see, there are some people who normally join, new people who join us every day. So I'm also going to show them here how they are going to submit that in Google Classroom. So if you are to go to Google, so it has finished. It has finished. So I say copy link. Then from there, I go to Google Classroom. So I click on the apps launcher. I can go to Google Classroom. You can search for it on Google search and you get it, or you can install an app if you're using a phone, or you can find it here in the Google App Launcher. It's also one of the apps, the way we access to Google Drive. So when you go there, you will be able to go into the class code. So on the assignment, they have given us the class code. The class code has been given. So let me switch, let me log in as another email. Let me log in with another email here so that I can access it as a student. Yeah, so Mr. Morut.
Yes, please.
Okay, what is the, do you know okay, I think I'm already in. The class code. The class code is on the assignment. You have given it to us. Eh? What was the class code?
Just a minute. The class code is VMU.
So this is VMU
JX HZ.
So this is how you join a Google Classroom. You go to Google Classroom, then you see where there is join class, and then it was correct like this, eh? VMUJXHZ, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, it's fine. So for me, I think I was already in that class as a student. But when you go to Google Classroom, you click on that plus. I think we are going to be, Mr. Mkisa is going to be teaching us more about Google Classroom. But by the time he teaches us, we shall be knowing at least how to join a Google Classroom. So you put in the class code and you'll be inside the class. That is in case you are not there. So that is how you join a Google Classroom. So then you go to classwork. Mr. Morut, you have not yet published the assignment, isn't it?
I have not published, but I'm publishing it shortly.
So when you come here, you'll find the assignment. For example, yesterday we had an assignment for YouTube. So don't submit in the wrong place. Eh? So in this case, this was an assignment for YouTube, and it wanted us to add. You come here where there is add or create. It wanted us to add a link. So you click on add link. Yesterday we were putting there a YouTube link for the channel we created, but today you will come and copy this link from Google Drive. You will click on the folder that you are going to create, for example, this one, and then you click on get link, and then from getting link, you change its permissions to everyone with link like this, and then you copy that link. Then after copying the link, you come to your Google Classroom, and then you add that link. So that is how we are going to do. So when you do that, then you submit your assignment like that. Okay, so that is Mr. Emerald, I think over to you as you wrap up. We started a bit 10 minutes late, so we are going to end at around 10 minutes. Yes, Mr. Emerald.
Yeah, thank you very much, Rogers, and the participants. I'm sure time may have not been enough, but we have tried to just give you a brief hint into what we call Google Drive. Now, during the course of the day, we are going to be available online. We shall be ready to support you. We shall be ready to guide you. I've also uploaded different reading materials about Google collaboration. They have also attached different YouTube video links onto the Google Classroom. So if you check the Google Classroom, under module 3, it is already right now there. Please try to do what we have just told you to do. Try to create a folder, log into your Google Drive, create a folder, and then upload those 2 files that I've requested you to do. Then we shall be meeting up again in the evening. So I think that is what I have to say for now, because we are already late. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So members, thank you very much for joining. Let us end the session here. We shall be coming back at 8 p.m. to see the progress, but we are online to see what you are able to do. Create a Google Drive folder and upload the presentation and the video that you created on day 1 and day 2. May God bless you for now. Bye. Mr. Mkisa, I can end the meeting.
All right.